exhale, take it down. So take the hands down. Hey everyone, welcome to class. My name is Erin Motz, and today we are doing a class for all of you skeptical boyfriends / husbands / partners. Doesn't matter. There's always one of you, you know? One of you does yoga, the other doesn't and doesn't want to. But I've got news for you. This is such a good practice for you to get into. And not just because, I know I'm biased, but it's so good for you, not just because it's yoga and we're some kind of making magical claims, but it really does kind of help avoid a lot of those little kinks that you get, like lower back pain, or you've got like a weird shoulder that can't have a full range of motion, or whatever the case is. It just really does a great job at balancing out your body. So if you are skeptical, we're going to do some things that I think will feel really good for you, that I think you're really going to enjoy. The very first thing I want you to do is go ahead and we're just going to get undressed. I'm just kidding. But I had to, I wanted to make a joke, and now I did it for you, and just watch the dislikes roll in. Just watch it happen. Anyway, okay, taking ourselves a little bit more seriously now. We're going to start on our backs. So flip over, clothes on, flip over, roll back, and bring the knees in towards the chest. So if you can't hold on to the knees, you can hold on to the backs of the thighs and just sort of shift your weight around, side to side. You can make circles, you can just rock side to side a little bit. All you're going for here is you should just be feeling the pressure, kind of a gentle pressure of the floor, pressing into your lower back, which should feel kind of nice. Shouldn't have pain. It's just a little bit of a massage. And next time you come to the left, I want you to take the knees all the way over and let them come down. The right shoulder, I want you to try to keep the chest open with the shoulder down. You can stretch the right arm all the way out, but if that shoulder is coming up way too much and you find yourself moving towards the left, just extend the left leg down and you'll twist a little bit less deeply. But I want your priority to be the chest facing the sky, and then gradually you can find a deeper twist. But you can take a couple breaths here, whatever variation works. And breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, really focus on filling up your lungs all the way. So you feel this nice openness through the chest, through the shoulder on the right side. On your next breath in, bring the knees to the center. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So eventually just drop your legs over to the right, and you can stay here. If your left shoulder really feels like it's closing up a lot, extend the right leg down and just twist a little bit less deeply. So the chest should be facing the sky. And again, breathing deeply in through the nose, out through the nose. Feel the left shoulder, the left side of the chest really expand with your breath. On your next breath in, come back towards the center, hug the knees in towards the chest, and I want you to inhale and sit up. You can hold on to the legs to help yourself sit back up. You're going to cross the ankles, roll over the feet, and come to your hands and knees. So the wrists line up under your shoulders, knees under the hips, and we're just going to take a couple rounds of what's called cat-cow. So just like a cat sort of rounds its back, you're going to round your back and then bring the chest through. Now I want you to breathe with your own rhythm, like whatever feels good. So if exhaling here feels good, exhale. Inhale as you come up. You can also reverse that and inhale this way. Exhale the other. But think of connecting one breath to one motion. And it might feel a little bit awkward at first, a little bit forced, but eventually as you get more comfortable with the movement, the breath being connected to it just starts to feel natural. I know. It seems like maybe that's far away, but I promise it happens eventually, and it doesn't take very long. Maybe take a few more. Take one more each direction. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and come back to neutral. Tuck the toes. I'm just going to adjust my shirt here. I was joking about taking off clothes, so tuck the shirt and sit back in a downward facing dog. So this pose, if it's very uncomfortable, especially if you tend to be really tight in the hamstrings and in the calves, just bend the knees a little bit so that you find a little bit more comfort here. Press the floor away with the hands. Relax the head. So you're looking right at the knees. Take one more breath in and out. Then look at the hands. I want you to bring your left foot forward. Drop the right knee down. So you're going to find a kneeling lunge. So the right knee is down and you're going to sink your hips forward. So pay attention. The left knee should track over the heel, maybe over the toes, but you want to avoid taking your weight so far forward that the knee is way past the toes. So watch your alignment there. Just over the heel is good. And then lift the chest. You can keep the hands on the thigh, or you can stretch the arms up if that feels good. And if sinking the hips really far down is uncomfortable, you can always come up a little bit. So that's the great thing about yoga, is that there's really not a whole lot you can do wrong. We try to avoid injury, of course, but this practice is really a tool for you to use. So we adapt the practice to your body, not the other way around. There's nothing that you have to become in order to do this. I want you to take the right arm, keep the left hand down, take the right arm up, and just lean over to the left a little bit. Gets a little bit harder doing it this way, that's all right. Exhale, take it down. So take the hands down, take the left foot back to a downward facing dog. Bend the knees a little bit. Again, if you feel tight. If you're very flexible or you're a lot more mobile, you can straighten the legs and bring the heels towards the floor. Drop the head, look at the knees. And then look at the hands. Bring the right foot all the way up. Take the left knee down. You might have to help that foot along the first few times you do it. Sitting up, see how this feels. Maybe you stay further back. If you have the range of motion, you can sit your weight down. Arms can be wherever. They can just chill here. You can reach them up, whatever feels good. Just check the alignment of your front leg so the knee is over the heel or over the toes. Take your right hand to your thigh, or your right elbow to the thigh. Left arm reaches up and over. Breathe. So when we get to points that require a little bit more work from us, it's important that you still maintain your breath. And try to keep your breath easy and natural. Take one more inhale. Moving on the exhale, take the hands down. Come back to downward facing dog. Lift the hips. Take one breath in. Exhale. Come down to the knees. Bring your feet together. Take your knees apart and sit your butt back towards the heels. Now take your chest down and bring your forehead to your mat. This is child's pose. So here we just lengthen the spine a little bit. If the shoulders are very tight, you can always bend the elbows. And if you're very flexible, you can take the palms together, bend the elbows, and reach the thumbs toward the back of the neck. Take one more breath in. Take the arms out if you haven't. Slide them in towards the knees. Inhale, lift the chest. Sit comfortably so that you're facing me. You can sit the same way that you began, just legs crossed. Relax the shoulders. Let the eyes close. Take a couple of breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. One more deep breath in. Exhale. I want you to bring both hands together like they are in prayer and bring them right to the heart. Let the eyes open. Namaste. That's basically a yogi way of saying, hey, thanks for coming. Okay. Great job. Thank you for being here. Have an amazing rest of your day. If you want more where this came from, I do lots of free classes. Head to badyogi.com/free stuff, and that's where you can continue finding more classes, yoga tips from beginner all the way up to seasoned yogi. Thank you again for being here. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you right back here next time.